Route with your KLEK 102.5 FM weather. It'll be partly to mostly sunny today in the mid-50s, a northeast wind 5 to 10. Mostly clear overnight, about 32 to 38, light winds expected. Tuesday, mostly sunny, about 55 to 60. And Wednesday, a chance of rain showers, mostly cloudy, near 60. And Wednesday is the first day of spring. Officially, it arrives at 2:58 in the afternoon. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. New Zealand's cabinet's backed changes to gun laws after last week's terrorist attack on 2 mosques. Australian counter-terrorism police have raided 2 homes, including one believed to belong to the sister of the suspect in the Christchurch attack. It's reported the US could keep almost 1,000 troops in Syria despite President Trump's order for a complete withdrawal. And 2 underground trains have collided, taking part in signal testing in Hong Kong, affecting services for millions of commuters.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. My special guests this morning are students and from the Neil Griffin College of Business. We have Dr. Karen McDaniel, who's kind of trying to hide out. And our students going from left to right, Miss Elizabeth Wakefield, Danielle Childers, and Miss LaQuinta Tynes. Good morning to you all, ladies.
Good morning.
All right, so we're going to first start off with having you all give us a brief introduction of yourself, what your classification is, and then what do you hope to do with your business degree? So we'll start here. Miss Elizabeth.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Wakefield. I am an MBA student at Arkansas State University. My interests include data analytics, and data science.
Okay. Data.
Yes.
So what do you hope to do with that degree?
I currently work in higher education, so I want to look at completing data, like using data to help students better succeed in higher education.
We could definitely use some of that, like right now. We want to see all of our babies succeed.
Right. It's big right now, so that's exciting. It's exciting times in data science.
All right, so when do you hope to graduate?
I hope to graduate in May 2020.
All right, congratulations. All right, Miss Danielle.
I'm Danielle Childers. A little closer.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I'm Danielle Childers. I am a master's in business administration student with a concentration in marketing.
Okay.
I currently work in higher education along with Elizabeth.
Okay.
I'm hoping to graduate in August. I have 1 class left, so hopefully we can knock that out this summer and move on. I just want to keep working. I really enjoy where I'm at right now, so I want to stay in higher education because I feel like it's a good place where you're leaving an impact and you're bettering others' lives. So I want to stay in that field to keep doing what I enjoy.
That's awesome. We need a lot more people in education that care about the future of our children. All right. And Miss LaQuinta.
So hello, I'm LaQuinta Tynes. I am from the Bahamas, and my major, I'm actually a senior right now, so I graduate this May. Yay to me!
That's a major
So, I am a finance major, but I hope to work in economic development. Okay. Being from a small island, helping countries in the Caribbean just learn to diversify their portfolios, create jobs, also just create better wealth management for the countries as a whole. So that's my goal, big picture. And I'm kind of like Elizabeth, the whole data thing has me so intrigued. So I want to use data to do that. So I'm hoping to work as an econometrician and use information we already have available to create solutions. So that's my ultimate goal. Hopefully I get there.
Connie, God bless you. And I have to ask this question. I ask everybody, what brought you to Arkansas and Arkansas State University?
I get that a lot, especially people like, why did you come here? It's definitely been an adjustment, but it's been an amazing experience. I wouldn't undo it. It was me looking for a place that suited the needs that I had at the time. And this was the best fit, and by all means, it worked out.
All right. So shout out to Arkansas State for drawing you in. All right. We want to say good morning to Mr. Adrian Everett from the campus of Arkansas State University. All right. All right. So today we're going to be talking about a variety of things, but first we're going to get into the upcoming Women's Leadership Conference. Well, I said that wrong. Women's Business Leadership Conference, which is happening next week, March 28th, from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so let's get right into the details. Let's talk about, first of all, how many years has it been? How many years have you been hosting this event, Dr. McDaniel?
I believe this is year 5.
5. Wow.
I think this is year 5. So yeah, it's very exciting. So our former dean, Dr. Shane Hunt, started this conference, I believe it was 5 years ago, in honor of his daughter, who I believe she was around age 9 at the time, and he wanted to create an atmosphere in the College of Business so that people understood issues that women deal with in the business world, and that he wanted to help young women understand that they could go into business fields, STEM fields, anything they wanted to do, and then just help educate people. And Dr. Kathy White-Lloyd came to, I believe it was our second Women's Business Leadership Conference as a guest speaker. She was a keynote speaker. She's an alumni of the College of Business from Mountain Home, Arkansas. And she called Dr. Hunt afterwards and said, we need to have this conference 365 days out of the year, not one day out of the year. So she helped start the actual Women's Business Leadership Center that has kept this going for so long. And so we really appreciate Dr. Kathy White-Lloyd.
That's awesome. And then we'll definitely get into the center and have you ladies talk about that as well. But I want to get into talk about is there an overall theme for this conference, and let's talk about some of the keynote speakers, and definitely want to get people registered, signed up, and let them know what they can expect when they come to the conference. So I don't want to call names. Whoever wants to go first.
We have a great time every year. We usually have keynote speakers at the beginning. This year we have 4 keynote speakers, and then we go to breakout sessions for lunch. It's usually very well timed. The speakers are always wonderful. You're going to be inspired. You're going to leave there wanting to do more in your organizations, at home. We can register online at astate.edu. If you search for the Women's Business Leadership Conference, it'll take you to the page.
Okay, and so I just want to name some of these speakers. Dr. Jane McBride Gates.
Have you met her?
No, I haven't.
She used to live in Jonesboro. Bobby knows her really well. I met her this fall at a football game. She was a distinguished alumni from Arkansas State. She is absolutely fabulous. I cannot wait to hear her speak. She's just lovely.
Wow.
I bet LaGansey may know her.
He probably does. I'm still getting to know a lot of more people.
Yes, she's fabulous.
All right, and then we have Courtney Rowe, who is the Vice President in Corporate Communication and National Geographic.
National Geographic.
Okay.
Yes, that's very exciting.
And I want to go back and read Dr. Jane's title, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs at Connecticut State Colleges and Universities Systems Office. It's a long title.
Yes. Welcome to higher education.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We have Colonel Shelley Woodard, Schools. Okay. Chief Trial Judge. For the United States Air Force. You have some powerful women.
Yes, I know. We're very excited for the United States Air Force.
Okay, and then Angela Taylor, software engineer at Google. Okay, sign me up.
Yes, and remember, it's free. It's free, and lunch is provided. So.
Okay, so everyone out there listening, please sign up for this conference. You cannot be free, and the amount of information these speakers are bringing, I'm sure any other arena they would charge, some fee for their expertise. You cannot put a price on it.
Yes, this is such an excellent opportunity for our people. And again, you can register at astate.edu/WBLC.
while I'm typing, if you ladies can go ahead and go through some of the breakout sessions, what some of the topics you all will be discussing. And
I actually wanted to tell you, I'm introducing Miss Angela Taylor.
Okay.
And she's the software engineer at Google, which I'm so completely excited about. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am to hear from her. The most exciting thing about her, I think, is that she did not go into the tech field. She landed there after going through quite a few other fields, and so it just goes to show you never know where you're going to end up, and that's exciting for someone who maybe hasn't gone the direct path through education. And so I'm really excited to hear her for that reason. She's at Google.
Okay. How many times do we use Google a day?
Right. And she has a communication studies degree. So it's not, she doesn't even have an IT degree.
Wow. Well, that gives me hope because I'm getting my master's in communication, so that gives me a little more playroom to see what my options are.
Right. Well, you just never know where you're going to end up if you just take the initiative and run for it.
Okay. All right. So, what role will the other two students play during this conference? Or will you all have any particular role that you play?
Oh yeah, I'll actually be introducing Colonel Shelley Woodward Schools.
Okay.
So I've been reading up on her biography, and to say that it's impressive would be a complete understatement. She currently oversees 25 trial judges and 3 support personnel. So she's been active duty since 1997. So I think, really excited to be able to talk to her one-on-one and hear, what are her insights, because when you think of the military, in the past especially, you would think that's a man's world. Mm-hmm. So to see her start, there and then work her way up to where she is now, I would love to hear the stories she has and how do you get your foot in the door and how do you get that step up?
It's 2019 and we say this a lot. Like, why are women still fighting for a place in, certain arenas that was predominantly male, that was male dominated? And hopefully one day in our lifetime we will get to a point where we're not discussing the first woman this or the first women, we're not having to make such a clear distinction of women's this, because now it's more commonplace. But until then, we're going to celebrate women no matter what.
That's right. Exactly.
And this is so fitting with this being Women's History Month, having this conference and highlighting these wonderful speakers and all these women coming together. Now, I want to ask, are men allowed to come to the conference?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. As a matter of fact, most years there have been almost as many men as women.
Oh, wow.
And then one year, I was so proud of one of my students. It was a young man. He got to ask a question of a panel, and his question was, what can I do for my future wife to support her in her career, because we'll have dual careers. What can I do to better support my wife?
That is amazing.
And then, LaQuinta, who are you going to be introducing at the conference?
Courtney Rowe. And fun fact, she used to work for former President Barack Obama as his chief staff of messaging. Wow. So I'm pretty excited. Overall, I'm excited to see all of the speakers, so many powerful women in one place. I'm also excited because it's a time where you're inspired and you're also motivated to do more. So it gives you hope that there's so many opportunities out there, and you just have to grab the bull by the horns per se, and take control of the future that you really want for yourself. So I'm hoping that you asked earlier about overall theme. We have an overall theme for the Women's Leadership Centers, stepping out and reaching back. Oh. So it's as we propel ourselves forward, we don't forget the women that are behind us, the girls that are coming up, and that we do our best to create a pathway for them, to make it a little easier for them. And that's what I'm hoping to do, that in some small way I can create a pathway that makes it easier for someone that wants to take the same road that I'm planning on taking.
That is amazing. I am really excited. I mean, just hearing this information, hearing this about the speakers, I am just now kind of stepping into that arena where I'm going to more events that are helping to build my skills in the profession that I'm in. So I get really excited to hear about, wonderful people that are giving their time that they could usually charge for free, And I really hope the community as a whole really backs this event and realizes the value that this holds to go and just be in the presence of so many women that are trying to make their mark in this world and do something productive and beneficial that's going to have a lasting impact on our society, And then right here in Jonesboro, I know we have a lot of wonderful women here, and I wanted to see all the women possible and men, without leaving you out, come out to the Women's Business Leadership Conference. Again, that is March 28th, 2019. Starts at 9:30. Check-in is at 8:30. So tell us what room this is going to be in.
It's in Centennial Hall, so it's the third floor of the Student Union Rings.
Okay.
Student Union.
And if you would like to learn more, I put the web link in the Facebook live feed. It is www.astate.edu/WBLC. It will take you directly to the page. And is there a registration link on? Yes, there's a registration link on the page. And you can also see some photos of the speakers and some more information. Again, this is a free event, and lunch is provided. Now, where will lunch, will people stay in Centennial Hall for lunch, or?
Correct. Okay. Yes. Well, during lunch, we'll have the breakout sessions.
Okay.
So that's when they have the opportunity to change which breakout sessions, and we have speakers like Dr. Cherise Jones-Brand. She's a professor in history at A-State. Mamie Stewart-Josenberg from Fort Smith. She's an Arkansas businesswoman and activist. And then we also have Susan Naylor, Senior Vice President of Wealth Management and Senior Financial Advisors. So at Merrill Lynch. So we have a range of different breakout sessions that they can enjoy while they have lunch.
That's awesome. And so again, if you would like more information, go to www.astate.edu/WBLC. All right. So let's get into talking about the Women's Business Center. We're going to get ready for break in about 4.5 minutes, but just let's get into what does it mean for you as women on the campus of Arkansas State University to have a place to go to that caters to you and your needs in the business world?
I could talk for this whole hour about what this center has done for me. I have multiple success stories. So I've been a women's business leadership intern for, this is my second year.
Okay.
My first year, I was a member of the center for 2 months before someone at one of the meetings came up and handed me a business card and said, "Come talk to me, I have a job for you."
Okay.
So that was very, very exciting. That's my first success story. I've been in that position for 1.5 years now, and I love it, and it has led me onto a path that I think will build a career for me. The other part last year that I really enjoyed was we had a group of 5th and 6th grade girls that came in from Jonesboro, and we did the leadership activity with them. And to hear 5th and 6th grade girls talk about the things in their school and in their community that they thought they could change and do better, it was just really phenomenal. We think about the problems that we have as young adults, and sometimes I think we forget that the 12 and the 13-year-olds sometimes are asking the same questions. Wow. They just don't have anyone to guide them to the answers yet.
Okay, that's amazing. And so with that in mind, we have to remember, let's continue to reach out.
Yes.
Cuddle them, for lack of a better word. Let's embrace them, and really guide them on the path that we would like for them to go, or show them the options of what's available for them. And even though they may be on one path, let them know there are many other avenues that they can take. They just have to be willing to, how can I say? I'm sorry. They have to be willing to open themselves up to opportunities. Yeah. And that's for a long time. Me growing up in a rural town, we didn't get that a lot, and so I would love to see more young ladies exposed to the opportunities that are available, and not just being told you have to follow this path, this one direct path.
So, LaQuinta, tell Kabila how many high school students will be joining us at the conference.
So we have about 100 high school students.
100.
And they're from various schools, some
Okay.
from Little Rock, some from the Mountain Home area. So we're excited about that. Sharing with Elizabeth Sentiment, I've been a part of the Women's Leadership Center for like a year now.
Okay.
And it's been an amazing experience. I think one of the things I always tell myself is, how can you be what you don't see? So having an opportunity to see women who are successful in their own rights, they define success on their own terms. It gives me that, that hope that I can have that I can build a career, that I can build something that someone else can see, and that can fuel someone else. So that's inspiring. It's just been an amazing experience to just not only have the opportunity to be a part of it with peers and inspire each other, but have it in both ways where we're inspiring people that are younger than us, as well as speaking to women that are already in industry and that are doing well, that help us, and they're kind of paving the way and giving you the encouragement. One of my favorite, I'm so sorry, I don't like to pick favorites, but she's been really, really supportive to me and helping me, see the best in myself. Susan Alstad, she's one of our center champions from Little Rock, and every time I speak to her, it's always something encouraging, and I get excited to just share with her, and she's always checking up on me. So having someone that I know is an advocate and in my corner, that's very important to me.
All right, that's awesome. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give Ms. Danielle a chance to speak. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and don't forget, today starts our Spring Fund Drive. If you like these type of shows and want to hear more, consider supporting KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
What do you say to someone who's grieving a loss or experiencing hardship? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. You may have said, if there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. But how often will someone who needs help actually let you know they need it? It's easy to offer help, but it's better to actually help. Here are some ways you can do just that. First, tell them, we have some groceries or home-cooked food we'd like to bring over. When would be a good time? Making extra of your next meal or grabbing some basic groceries like milk, produce, bread, or lunch meat for them can be a big help to someone who lacks the time or resources. For more tips, visit my blog at markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life, such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by...
This is a story I heard my late father-in-law, Glenn Sane, tell many times. Back then, when you ordered a part, you fill out a ticket, and a copy of the ticket would come back with a part with the signature who ordered it. Glenn got a call one day about a part on a rail car up there, and he went and checked it out. This parts ticket was on a school bus chassis with his signature. He missed a number by one. Instead of a $3 part, he had a complete school bus chassis. Glenn Sane God bless our troops.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, is a customer-focused bank that provides a broad range of commercial and retail banking and related financial services to businesses, investors, individuals, and municipalities. Centennial Bank has 9 locations in Northeast Arkansas. 870-268-2300. www.my100bank.com. This portion of KLEK programming can be made possible by your business. Your support will help in educating, entertaining, and empowering the community by supporting local talent, serving the community you love, and providing information on issues you care about from a different perspective. Call 870-203-9951 or visit klekfm.org to learn how we can help connect you more with the community, or visit us at 1411 Franklin Street. KLEK 102.5 Jonesboro, educating, entertaining, and empowering the community.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Today I am joined by students and a professor from Arkansas State University's Neil Griffin College of Business. I have Ms. Elizabeth Wakefield, Danielle Childers, LaQuinta Tynes, and Dr. Karen McDaniel. And I want to get into some of the comments. I apologize, everybody. We were having a great discussion, so I want to get into some of the comments first before we continue on our discussion. Good morning to Officer Coach Victoria Evans, Jana Dale Vincent. I hope I said that right. I'm so glad that we are promoting women in business. Thank you, Dr. Karen McDaniel, for all you do for our community, and especially the promotion of women. I loved working for Bobby McDaniel and his support for women. Always a great place to work. Thank you. All right. Taisha Turnich, she said, I'm up now watching. Ms. Victoria Evans says, so proud of you ladies. And then Ms. Turnich says, those are the next generation of leaders. All right. And so a lot of supportive words from other women. So thank you, ladies, for that. Men, you can chime in too. Give these ladies some words of encouragement. All right. So I want to get back into giving Ms. Danielle a moment to speak about her experience with the Women's Leadership Center, and then we'll get into some more details about the conference. We're going to mention the sponsors.
So I asked her permission to speak just a moment on her before she tells her story. But at our first annual Women's Business Leadership Center, the McDaniel family started a scholarship in honor of Bobby's mother, Imogene McDaniel. Okay. And Danielle was the recipient last year of the McDaniel Scholarship. So when she won this scholarship, she was in my graduate leadership class. I said, you really need to join the Women's Business Leadership Center. So that's kind of how she's here. I strongly encouraged, I'm not going to say pushed, but strongly encouraged her.
Strongly.
And she has developed, she's incredible.
That's amazing.
Thank you. It started, I just decided one day that I wanted to get my master's. I'd been out of school, I think about 4 years maybe, and decided I want to get my master's, got involved, met Dr. McDaniel through her amazing leadership class, and I'll drop some hints on that too at the conference. But she has been an inspiration from day one, and she strongly encouraged that I join the center. I knew a little bit about the center. I'd actually been to a conference just as an attendee, and I joined, and it's been one of the best decisions that I feel I've ever made for myself. Personally, I've always kind of struggled with, self-confidence and feeling like, well, I think I can do that, but I don't really know. I don't feel qualified to do that. But one amazing thing about the Leadership Center is the first half we learn about ourselves and we're mentored individually. So taking in all of that helped build my self-esteem and know, hey, I don't have to have it all figured out, but I have the qualities that I can learn anything, I can do anything. It's up to me. I'm in control, not anyone else telling me what I need to do. So that really has been a push for me. And then one of the really amazing things that I enjoyed is we went with FedEx to a Girl Scout retreat type thing for a day. And so they were young girls, and they did a leadership activity where they wrote down words to describe themselves. And so you'd walk around the room and read, these, 8-year-olds writing words, and it would be like, I'm loyal, or I'm lovable, I'm courageous. And just seeing that, because, at some point we lose that and we forget that about ourselves. So seeing that from their perspective and, really encouraging them to be like, don't ever forget that, because you're like that now, you're going to be like that 40 years from now. So keep building on that. And I just think it's an amazing organization, to say the least.
Goodness, that's so amazing. so can non-students join?
Well, technically you're a student, right?
Well, I'm not getting my master's from A-State.
Well, you can definitely come to the conference.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely come to the
definitely
conference.
need to be there to absorb all this wonderful information that's going to be shared at the conference. And again, if anyone would like to know more about the Women's Business Leadership Center, you can find it on the astate.edu website. There's a lot of information here, and it's really wonderful that you all have access to mentors and other leaders that are helping to guide you in your individual paths, whatever you choose to do, but they're not limiting you to just that one thing. They're allowing you to explore all the possibilities. So it's really amazing.
So Kubila, just to elaborate on the mentors a little bit. So one of the reasons why the center, well, obviously Dr. Kathy White-Lloyd, but another reason that the center has been so successful is Dr. Lloyd had the idea of bringing in corporate women.
Okay.
And we have approximately 29 or 30 what's called Founder Circle members who made a financial investment into the center to help it be successful and to help provide scholarships for students. We've now opened it up to what's called Center Champions, who've also made investments into it. And we have some corporate sponsors this year who are helping sponsor the actual conference. But we provide approximately 10 to 15, I forget the exact number, of scholarships at this conference for young women to help them in their future.
It's amazing.
So we'd like to be sure to thank our Founder Circle members, and they actually serve as mentors to the young women.
Okay.
They come, and we have Founder Circle members from different states. So it's alumni and faculty from across the nation who are investing money and time into these young women. So I mean, it's really fascinating.
That is really amazing. I'm looking at the website, and it says we would provide opportunities for mentoring from junior high through career, and then including, you give a list of things. And I like where it says the virtual mentoring, because like you said, you have mentors from different states, so this doesn't limit the possibility to speak to someone that is in a certain position that can guide an individual student on whatever path they choose. And then I see you also have a list of partners and people that you've collaborated with. And so far on this list, it's named about 14, then it just says many more. So that is really wonderful that not just the city of Jonesboro, but surrounding areas have seen the value in the service that you provide and want to support your efforts to continue to give back to these students, because again, they're going to be our leaders. At some point, I'll be pushed a little to the side. I will never stop working, but I'll be pushed a little to the side, and you all will take over the reins. And then there's ones coming after you that, with your expertise, you can pull them up and guide them in the right way.
Someone else I think is very, very important to mention that this conference could not go on without is Dr. Patricia Robertson. Okay. She puts in tireless effort, time, work into making this conference a huge success and putting together a lot of the mentorship activities, bringing in some of the alumni. She works tirelessly to make sure that these young women have a great opportunity.
awesome.
So thank you, Dr. Robertson.
Thank you. We have a question from Victoria Evans. She says, do you have to be students at the school to be in contact with you ladies or to have mentors? So you have to be a state student to take advantage of.
Well, currently we do have only Arkansas State University students, and in the fall we actually have an application process. So young women have to apply to the program, and then there's a selection committee, and they are actually interviewed face to face after that process. So right now, how many do we currently have approximately interns?
I think that we have around 50.
Around 50 right now.
We have interns at Mountain Home.
Yeah,
we do.
and Newport.
And Mountain Home and Newport.
And Newport,
I believe.
I think.
Now, is there...
We're also opening up campus-wide, so it won't just be for College of Business students, but it's going to be available to women from all the colleges on campus, and that's a great thing to see because I think we need it in every facet of leadership. So.
And you know, individuals in the different career fields, whether it's nursing, whether it's, you know, history, sociology, I was a sociology major, you're still going to work in the business field in some aspect. And so, again, having that leadership mentoring will help elevate you to where you need to go and be successful, proficient, just amazing in your, you know, field. I do want to ask, are there still, I know I probably should know this, but are there still Future Business Leaders of America's groups in the high schools and junior high schools?
Yeah, I believe there are.
So do you all connect with the ones that are still active, the Future Business Leader clubs?
We did this past spring. I don't know. I think that they have renamed it in Nettleton.
Okay.
We went to the Nettleton Junior High and worked with the 8th grade girls.
Okay.
In Nettleton Junior High, but it was their FBLA girls.
Okay.
And we did a leadership activity with them during their scheduled class time and talked to them about what their leadership styles were and how they could use that style to help facilitate group projects, team projects, their road in life.
Yeah, in my class that I'm in now for communications, we just had a discussion assignment on the different leadership styles: charismatic, laissez-faire, and authoritarian. And so it's really interesting that we're having this conversation. And even though, again, I'm not a business major, there are things that I'm learning, again, that would help me in whatever business I am in. So do you feel that when people hear the word College of Business, they kind of get, I don't know, intimidated, or they have a one-track mindset about what that means? What, for people who are on the outside?
Well, I would hope not, because I think that any field that you are in is going to have some kind of business model to it. You're going to have to use business skills, whatever field you go into, whether it's communication styles, personality styles, a financial statement, accounting. You need some business skills. So I would hope they're not intimidated, because we're really friendly over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I help students all across campus, so of all different backgrounds. So I would hope they're not.
Okay.
We have quite a few students in our center that are from other areas on campus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And comp studies is a big one. We think we have quite a few ladies from agriculture, which is really interesting.
And we have
women.
some from math and science as well.
That's awesome. I would love one day to just pick you all's brains from the different colleges. Everybody just kind of come together and see how, you know, women plan to really work in their fields in those different areas. So maybe one day, next year, something, can have a conversation with a bunch of different ladies off the air. We'll work that out, Dr. McGee. All right, and so again, the Women's Business Leadership Conference is coming up next week, March 28th, 9:30 a.m. But check-in is at 8:30. So tell everyone, once they come in, where do they go for sign-up? If they don't register online, will there be an opportunity to register in person?
Yes.
You can, but we strongly encourage that you register beforehand so that we can have a good count for lunch, because remember, lunch is included.
Oh, yes. All right, so if you want to have the opportunity to eat lunch and not watch everyone else, we strongly encourage you to register online. You can do it from your phone. If you have a mobile device, please go to www.astate.edu/WLBC. Yes. Sorry.
WBLC.
I'm so, oh my gosh. Yes, WBLC. Please forgive me for that. But again, if you would like to go back and check our Facebook live feed, the link is pinned to the comments section. I want to thank everyone else that has been listening and watching. Please share this video, share this information, mark your calendars, and make plans to go and support these students and other students, these future business leaders, current leaders and future business leaders. Give us some more details. Let's go back into the conference details. I want to read some of the breakout topics. We have empowerment, but WE is capitalized, leading with we. So can you give us some insight into what that topic will entail?
So it's the idea that it's a collective. We don't stand alone, but as a unit, that we're able to empower and do more and be more effective. So that's the whole idea, empowering women as a unit. So it's just not it's just not you or her, but it's everyone coming together as a collective.
All right. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And that's a powerful statement alone. So can you all elaborate on that one? Anybody?
It's pretty much.
I think that's
pretty much
the title
tells you. Yeah.
And I think that's something that we find often in women's business leadership is there is not a time in my life where I would have said, I'm going to go talk on a radio talk show and be okay with that. Surprise! So doing these kinds of things where I'm passionate about this, and that means that I'm going to have to put myself out there, and it is going to challenge me. But then once I do it, next time I'm going to be like, okay, I've done this before, and I can do this. And I think that's what she's going to talk about.
Yeah, and stepping out of our comfort zones. I think when we get complacent and doing things a certain way, we don't see ourselves outside of what's comfortable. So it's stepping outside of that box and just pushing ourselves to higher heights. Pushing ourselves beyond what we think we're capable of.
So Dr. McDaniel, do you think that for your future classes, you will, one, let them know, okay, doing a radio, TV show, or some type of public interview is an option, it's not an option, it's going to happen. And two, do you think you will start incorporating some of these into your class settings, having them do these mock interviews and speaking sessions? I don't know what you do.
I actually do require my graduate leadership development course. They are required to attend Chamber of Commerce events. They have to dress professionally. We do a dining etiquette training so that they know how to properly dine. We do reception etiquette because when you go to a Chamber of Commerce event, you're having to juggle a cup, a fork, a plate, food, but you have to keep your right hand free. So we talk about how do we juggle all those little things. You think it would be easy, but there's so many details to think about to do it appropriately. So my students are required to do most of these things, and I've had students on here before from that graduate leadership class. We talked about interview skills, we talked about how to properly introduce yourself, attire. So I've had students come on here before and it's out of their comfort zone, and I kind of surprised these three. Hello, here today. And I remember last year I told Danielle I wanted her to sit beside me at the Women's Business Leadership Conference, and I saved her seat right behind me. And when they're announcing these scholarships, they say, and the Imogene McDaniel Scholarship goes to, and I pulled my phone up and took a picture of her as they announced her name. So
you want to get that first reaction.
She was actually in my leadership class that semester, so let her tell you about getting outside of comfort zones.
Yes. I did not put that together either at all until I saw her hold her phone up, and I was like, "What is she doing?"
She wanted to get your first reaction.
Can we put that picture on live?
Yes, her leadership class does a really good job of pushing you outside of that comfort zone, because it's so easy to just stay back and not interact and not, no one likes going up into a room of strangers and introducing yourself and trying to strike up a conversation. I don't think anyone gets joy from that. At least I didn't.
And Elizabeth is currently enduring the class.
I am currently in the leadership class. So
we're going to recruit you.
Look
what
you're next.
Oh, just wait. You didn't even know you were getting a master's. You are.
So, but what's really interesting, though, is I believe it was, I started this leadership development course a semester before the Women's Business Leadership Center. And we actually kind of connected because we had so many things in common that our former dean at the time was Dr. Shane Hunt. And he said, we sat down with Dr. Kathy White-Lloyd, and we said, this class is now not only going to be offered every fall, it's going to be offered every spring and fall, so that students have opportunities at the graduate level to, because I think the Women's Business Leadership Center was just opened up to graduate students this past semester. So it's been really nice to join the two groups together.
That's really amazing. And I love that Arkansas State allows for the professors and to create curriculum, implement it, and then see the value in it and let it continue on. And it was very frustrating for me at one point. I chose social work as my major, and if you didn't take certain classes by a certain time, you couldn't get into the social work program. And so I'm like, this is not this is not for me. So I switched over to sociology, but that's another story. We're coming up on our first break. So again, you're tuned in to our second break. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with members from the Neil Griffin College of Business, discussing the Women's Business Leadership Conference and the Women's Business Leadership Center. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Our Think Wealthy quote of the week comes from Al Colbert, co-founder of Colbert Ball Tax Services in Bessemer, Alabama.
It's very important to save first, to put that as a top priority, and to be very disciplined with it, to keep it consistent, or to adjust it the way your business is. You also need to understand how your business works and save based on that business, and, kind of roundabout number, at least 10 to, 20% or so you should be going with savings of what you can produce in your business, I think, on it.
Running a business is not just about making money and spending money, it's also about saving money. This is especially important financial advice for business owners who must plan for the ups and downs of cash flows inherent in running many businesses. Having savings in reserve is crucial to surviving when your business hits a rough patch. For more information or for past shows, go to AURN.com. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK's Spring Fund Drive is March 18th through the 20th. Help us reach our goal of 100 new supporters donating at least $20 a month and 25 new business sponsors underwriting at least $150 a month by donating a thank you gift today. We will pass your gift on to listeners who donate during the fund drive. No donation is too small or too weird. If you have a unique gift or service you'd like to donate, find the form at our website, klekfm.org, and click on Fund Drive. Edgy Studios, 209 Union Street in Jonesboro, offers photography for portraits, weddings, and engagements, senior portraits, family and maternity shoots, and all occasions. Edgy Studios focuses on photography that is unique and outside of the norm. Owner Andrew Daly is available at 870-243-0308 or www.ejjistudios.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Jonathan Hagens of the Jonesboro Police Department. One of the best decisions I ever made was to join the Jonesboro Police Department. Since joining, I've had the pleasure to give back, protect, and serve my community. Now I want to let you know about that same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing for the patrol officers at the Valley View High School. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information, 870-935-5657.
Applications are being accepted. Applications are available at jonesboropolice.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I am joined by members from the Neil Griffin College of Business. We have Ms. LaQuinta Tynes, Dr. Karen McDaniel, Ms. Danielle Childers, and Ms. Elizabeth Wakefield. I can't thank you all enough for joining me today. I have truly enjoyed this conversation.
Oh, thank you for having us.
These young leaders are really inspiring me. So you can teach an older, not dog, new tricks. So thank you all so much for this information you've been sharing. Thank you, Dr. McDaniel, for your leadership and your professionalism and just, you know, the nudge. When I say push, the nudge that you give your students, and you encourage them to reach greatness, you know, in every aspect of their life, and not just settle for being mediocre. Just I'm gonna do just enough to get by. You encourage them to excel above and beyond their own expectations. So thank you for that, Dr. McDaniel. All right, so we want to wrap up our discussion about the Leadership Conference and the Leadership Center. And there's some final pieces. Oh, the alumni panel you want to mention that are going to be present at the conference. So the title is Life After A-State Young Alumni Panel. This is very important because, you know, some students, they graduate and they're like, okay, what's next? What to do? And then students coming behind them are like, okay, I don't know what's happening. So tell us a little bit more about whoever wants to chime in on that.
This particular panel is really exciting for me, mostly because I get to see the girls that we had last year. Two of them, Kim and Samantha Reese, are coming back. And Samantha is at Amazon, and Kim is an accountant at JK Products and Services.
Wow.
And it will be exciting to see them and see how they've been doing, and hear how life in the real world is for them and where they've been going. I think this is very important for especially our students at A-State to hear, because it's important to know that when you get out, you're gonna have to find a job.
Yes.
And that and that you don't. There's jobs everywhere. You don't have to put yourself in one narrow pathway. So to keep your mind open, to see what other people are doing, because a lot of times you don't know what you don't know. And if you don't even know that something that you would love to do is out there, then you'll never find it. So having people come back and sharing what they do and how they do it and why they love doing that is really important for students.
Dr. McDaniel, I want to ask you this question. In a day and age where individuals need more than one stream of income to really survive, you know, the cost of living and, you know, the different, depending on the type of lifestyle you want to lead, do you have discussions about how to take their career path or their, you know, profession and create other streams of income where they're not, you know, they're doing the one main job, but then they're also making money and being influential in other areas?
You know, one of the themes that I try to teach students is it's all about networking.
Okay.
And you never know who you're going to meet, when you're going to meet them, and how they may help you in the future. And I share the story of when I finished college. I started my first job as a high school teacher, but I was also teaching 2 nights a week at a community college, and I was going to school 1 night a week for 2 years to get my MBA. So sleep was not much of an option, and you know, I hope that's good advice on one hand, but on the other hand, you know, Bobby and I have this saying that if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Okay. So finding that balance between those two is really important for young people.
Okay.
And then look at this alumni panel. I mean, we're talking students who've graduated within the last year or two. And look at some of these titles. Accountant at JK Productions and Services, JK North America. Mm-hmm. Another is Strategic and Solutions Strategic Partnership Liaison at ALSACS, which is St. Jude Children's Research Hospital affiliate. And then an area manager at Amazon, human resource assistant at Hytro Conveyor Company, and then an executive director at the University of Central Arkansas Foundation. And I can tell you, I can't wait to see what these 3 young women sitting at this table end up doing in the next 3 to 5 years. Because I can tell you, they are all 3 absolutely incredible.
And sometimes it takes people years to get to, you know, some of these positions. When they get out of college, some people have to settle for lower paying jobs that are not necessarily in their you know, chosen career path, just until they land that one job that they really want. So I'll be interested definitely to hear what these ladies have to say about how they made it. I know that's kind of a cliche, how they made it, how they got how they got to where they are. So I can't thank you all enough for joining us today. I do have to put one more plug in for the KLEK Fund Drive. And, you know, with your donation this month or during this time, you have the opportunity to become a DJ, you know, for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or do a 4-hour show. So Leganzi Kell, the station manager, will be up next to give more information on the different donation levels and how you can be a part of curating the music here at KLEK.
It's a lot of fun. I've done it a few times. It's a lot of fun.
All right. So, and we thank you, Dr. McDaniel, your husband, and their firm for being continued supporters of KLEK. That just goes to show that you believe in what we do. Absolutely. And we truly support all of our sponsors and donors. That's how we're able to have shows like this, to share this information with our community. We want to be your community radio station that you look forward to coming to.
Well, we appreciate you all because you have been such a strong supporter of our students and the Neil Griffin College of Business. So it's very important that listeners out there continue to help support this program. It's wonderful. You all do a terrific job, and thank you for all your support.
Thank you so very much. So in our last minute, ladies, any final words of encouragement or just anything? We got 1 minute.
Come and join us. It's going to be an exciting time.
Come and meet someone new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And again, March 28th, 9:30 a.m. Register online. You get free lunch. This event is free. You get to meet some wonderful women that are making some major moves in, you know, society. Not just art.
Will be inspired.
We'll be inspired. So maybe bring some tissue too. Bring business. Would there be an opportunity to exchange business cards?
Yeah.
Yes, I would imagine.
Yes.
Okay. business cards, marketing materials. Bring it on. So thank you, ladies, so much. And so do you have to go back to class right after this?
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
So is it back to class right after this?
Back to work.
Back to work.
Spring break.
Spring break.
We're actually, LaQuinta and I are on the way to KIT for midday with Diana Davis.
All right, well, y'all have fun, and thank you all for tuning in to Community Conversations. Have a great day, you all.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints